Hello students and parents. In the previous video, we have gone through the walkthrough of practice test 8. Today we'll be seeing practice test 9. College Board have recently uploaded practice test 7 to practice test 10 on the Blue Book app. Right. So I have already uploaded practice test 7 and practice test 8 and the link is shared in the description box. So you have 4 links in the description box. The 2 links are of practice test 7 and practice test 8 walkthrough. And you can see the math portion of the practice test 7 and practice test 8, right? Today we'll be seeing practice test 9 on the Blue Book app or only the math portion of it. So math section we'll be seeing today, right? Okay, so stay tuned for this. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe our channel. Make sure that before going to this practice test 9, you yourself are solving this practice test on the Blue Book app, and then watching this video will become very important for you. So I'll start solving the practice test 9 now. I'll be solving only the math portion of it. So you can select SAT here. You can go to practice test 9. So that's what I was telling you. College Board have recently uploaded practice test 7 to practice test 10 for practicing, as May SAT is coming up. That is something very important from examination point of view. So we have to solve all these 4 practice sheets. That is something very, very important. Already I have uploaded practice test 7 and practice test 8 math portion of it. I have solved module 1 and harder module 2 also of both the practice sheets, right? So the link is shared in the description box. You can go through both the mocks. Only the prerequisite is it's better to solve practice test before on the Blue Book app, before watching this video. That will help you in solving the questions in the proper way. Also, whatever practice sheets I am solving, set practice 7, practice 8, practice 9, and I'll be solving practice 10. So I am helping you with the major Desmos hacks and major Desmos strategies and all those things, right? So whenever I'm solving, whenever I'm leaving some questions in the particular module, right, you have to watch that this type of questions we can leave for the round 2. Also, some strategies I'm following, you have to review the last line, all those things, right? So stay tuned for this. I'm starting practice test 9 now. Only prerequisite is better to solve practice test 9 in your Blue Book app and then come here and watch this video. Yes. Okay, now I'm starting it. I'll be skipping the English portion. Yes, I'll be starting with the math portion now. That is module 1 and module 2 of math. Let's see the first question. Which expression is equivalent to 2x square plus x minus 9 plus x square plus 6x plus 1? So simple as that. I can just take 2x square and x square together, as they are the like terms. So we can say 3x square plus x and 6x will become 7x, and minus 9 plus 1 will become minus 8. So which option we have here is 3x square plus 7x minus 8 is nothing but option number D here. So I'll click option number D here and go ahead. Going to the next question. John paid a total of $165 for a microscope by making a down payment of $37 plus P monthly payments of $16 each. Which of the following equation represent this situation? As simple as that. There is some fixed amount he has already made a down payment. So fixed amount is already $165 plus down payment of 37 plus P monthly payments of 16, right? So basically he has made a, just a moment, total payment he has done 165, then down payment of $37 he is paying, and then there is P monthly payment of $16 is, that makes it 16P. Which option we have? We can just rearrange this together and that will become 16P plus 37 is nothing but 165. So 16P plus 37 is equal to 165 is our option number C here. So I'll just go to option C, click it and go to the next option. 7m is equal to 2 in bracket n plus p. The given equation relates the positive number m, n and p. Which equation correctly gives the m in the terms of n and p? As simple as that. So what is the subject here? We have to take a subject as m here, right? So if I write an equation here, 7m is equal to 2 in bracket n plus p. So I can divide this with 7 on both the side. So this eventually will become m is equal to 2 in bracket n plus p upon 7. That is nothing but option number A here. Going to the option number A, going to the next part. The function g is defined by g of x is equal to root of 8x plus 1. What is the value of g of 3? So there are two ways of solving it. Either you can put in place of x as 3 and then get it solved. It's better to go to the calculator here, right? To the Desmos. And we can just write g of x is equal to, that is nothing but you can take a root of 8x plus 1 and then just put g of 3 there. You get the direct answer. I'm getting 5 as the answer here. You can just cross verify this. So we have option number C here. You can manually also solve this. I'll recommend using the Desmos for avoiding the calculation error. Question number 5 here. The table gives the distribution of votes for the new school mascot and grade level for 80 students. If one of the student is selected at the random, what is the possibility of selecting a student who vote for a new mascot was for a lion? As simple as that. There are total, they're telling the table gives the distribution of vote for a new skill mascot and grade level for 80 students. So there are total probability of selecting a student. So there are total 80 students here. And selecting a student who vote for a new mascot was for a lion. So we have to see a lion and there are total 20 students. So we have to go to 20 and that makes it nothing but 1 upon 4, right? So we have to read this very nicely. They're telling you what is the probability of selecting a student. Selecting a student means there are total 80 students from them who vote for a new mascot that was for the lion. So you have to check this and total were 20, right? So that makes it 1 by 4. Going to the option number C here, marking it. Going to the next question here. The student council group is selling school poster for a fundraiser. They use the function p of x equal to 5x minus 220 to determine their profit. P of x in dollar was selling x school posters in order to earn a profit of $900. How many school posters? So total, how many dollars they are earning? They are earning $900. That is nothing but they're talking about the p of x here, right? That is a profit. Okay. So what we can do here is simply 5x minus 220 is nothing but 900. So we can use the Desmos here to do the calculation. It's simple to use the Desmos because we can do a calculation error here, right? So I can just go 5x minus 220 and I can put just y equal to 900 here. Can see the point of intersection here and get the answer. Yeah, so point of intersection is nothing but 224 and 900. So they are asking you how many school posters, right? And X are the school posters. So that is nothing but our answer is 224. It's simple to solve it by the Desmos. We can do the calculation error here by taking 220 that side and then adding it and then do the calculation error. Basically 224 is the direct answer here. Going to the next question. It's a very good question. Whenever you get a graphical question, it's better to solve it in the round one itself. Which of the following equation is the most appropriate linear model for the data shown in the scatter plot? They're telling you that linear model for data shown. Now this is the graph is actually the slope is going down. So slope is slope is negative here. The first thing is to identify the slope here, right? The second thing is the slope is negative. We can eliminate C and D here. And what is the y-intercept here? Y-intercept is nothing but somewhere around 10. So your y-intercept is nothing around 10.1, right? And that is nothing but positive here. It's not negative. So slope is negative and y-intercept is positive, nothing but option number B here. I'm going to option number B and marking it. Going to the next question here. The solution to the given system of equation is x comma y. What is the value? Whenever you get a system of equation, such type of system of equation, go to the Desmos. Directly put the equation on the Desmos. 3x plus 6 equal to 4y and put 3x plus 4 equal to 2y. We can say that there is some point of intersection here. What is the point of intersection here is nothing but negative 0.6667 and comma 1. They are asking the value. Always read the last line before marking the answer. So if y is 1 here, you are able to see it very nicely on the Desmos. So I'll just put 1 here and go to the next question. Now they're telling you the frequency table summarizes the 57 data values in the data set. What is the maximum data value in the data set? We can easily see the maximum data value because the data value is given here, this part, right? And these are the data values. So maximum data values is nothing but 14. So our answer is nothing but 14 here. Going to the next question. Circle K has the radius of 4 millimeters. Circle L has an area of 100 pi millimeter square. What is the total area in millimeter square of the circle K and L? Total area they are talking about. So as simple as that, there are K has the radius of, right? So circle K and circle L. So circle K, I can write the area of circle K plus area of circle L here. What is the area? That is pi. What is the radius of circle K? That is nothing but 4 square. Plus area of circle L is directly given. That is nothing but 100 pi. I can make it 16 pi plus 100 pi. That is nothing but 116 pi here. That is nothing but option number D. As simple as that. Going to the next question here. 9, 4 minus 3x plus 2, 8, 4 minus 3x plus 18. What is the value of 4 minus 3s? Again, we can go to the Desmos here and get it solved. Always put left hand side equation on the first step, right hand side equation on the next step. And 9, 4 minus 3x plus 2 on the first step. 8, 4 minus 3x plus 18 on the other tab, and see the point of intersection here. I have to go and check the point of intersection nicely. Split the largest side somewhere here. Yeah, it's negative 4 comma 146, right? So this is the value of x. Negative 4 is actually the value of x, right? And they're asking you the value of 4 minus 3x. So we can just say 4 minus 3 negative 4. I can say that is nothing but 16, right? As simple as that. I would have solved it manually also. Going to the Desmos will avoid the calculation error here. Triangle FGH is similar to triangle JKL, where angle F correspond to angle J and angle G and K are right angles. Now they're talking about there are two triangles here. Triangle FGH is similar to triangle JKL. As they are similar, that means their measure remains the same, right? That angle remains the same, and angle F corresponds to angle J. Now, sine of F is actually equal to sine of J, as simple as that, because their measure remains the same, because it is they are talking about similarity here. In similarity, always remember that measure always remains the same. I can say the measure of angle F is actually the measure of angle J. This is something very important in similarity. So whatever is the value of sine F will be the value of sine J, because they corresponds to each other, right? Okay, so that is nothing but option number B here. Simple as that. Going to question number 13, a wire has a length of 106 inches is cut into two parts, and they're telling you 106 inches is cut into part. One part has the length of x inches and other part. So I can just say the first equation is nothing but x plus y is equal to 106. This will also become a system of equation only. The value of x, just go with the line what they're telling, is nothing but equal to 6 more than 4 times the value of y. So I can say x is nothing but equal to 4y plus 6. I can put this both the equation on the Desmos again and see the value of x and y here. Read the last line before marking the answer. I can say x plus y is equal to 106, and I can say x is nothing but equal to 4y plus 6. I can see the point of intersection here. Yes, I'm getting the point of intersection. I have 86 comma 20. So 86 is the value of x. That is nothing but option number D here. Going to the next question. Certain township consists of 5-acre industrial park. Such type of question always goes slow. Certain township consists of 5-hectare industrial park and 24-hectare neighborhood. The total number of trees in the township is 4529. The equation 5x plus 24y 4529 represent the situation. Which of the following is best interpretation of x in this context? So they are actually x is nothing but it is talking about industrial park. So if they're talking about industrial park, means option number B and option number D will not come, right? And they're talking about here the interpretation of x. Interpretation of x is that is a 5-hectare industrial park. So average number of trees per hectare in the industrial park is nothing but x here. They are not the total number of trees. Total number of trees would have been 5x here. They're talking about only x. So that is nothing but the average number of trees per hectare in the industrial park. That makes it option number A here. So go very slow in such type of question. They may confuse you. Which expression is equivalent to a to the power 11 by 12? So a to the power 11 by 12 we need to find, and a is greater than 0. We can check one option here. First option, that is a. I can write 132 upon 12. That is not actually equal to a to the power 11 by 12. This is not the answer. I'll check option number B here. 132 upon 144. This can be the answer. 132 is nothing but if I divide by 144. So I can say 11 into 12 and 12 into 12. That makes it 11 by 12 here. And that is actually equal to our answer, right? So option number B is correct. Let's check the other option also. That is a to the power 132 upon 121. This is again not an answer because this will make it 12 upon 11 actually, right? So this is not an answer. And option number D is again a to the power 132 over 11. This is also not the answer. So our answer is option number B here. As simple as that. You can use the exponent rules. Going to the next question, the function f is defined by f of x equal to x minus 6, x minus 2, x plus 6. In the xy plane, the graph of y is equal to g of x is the result of translating the graph of y is equal to f of x up by 4 units. What is the value of g of 0? In such case, read the question what they are telling you and read as it is what they are telling you. Never try to change the question and try to just do what they are actually telling to do. That is nothing but x minus 2, and I can write x plus 6 here. Right now, in the next step, they are telling you that y is equal to g of x is the result of translating graph of f of x up by 4 units. So I can just write g of x is nothing but f of x plus 4, right? And they are asking the value of g of 0 here. So if I just write g of 0 here, I can directly get the answer. I am getting 76 here. Yes. Okay. So putting the first equation, original equation in the first step, second equation is g of x is equal to f of x plus 4. And then just finding g of 0, we can just getting 76 here. Going to the next step, the solution to the given system of equation is x comma y. Whenever you get a system of equation, always go to the Desmos to solve it. That is nothing but y is equal to 4x plus 1 and 4y equal to 15x minus 8. Seeing the point of intersection here, and be able to see here somewhere, right? I'm getting the point of intersection, that is negative 12 comma negative 47. So my x is negative 12 here and y is negative 47. But read the last line, they're telling you x minus 7. So minus 12 minus of minus 47. Go to the Desmos and just write the equation here. Negative and negative 47. That makes it 35. So they're asking you x minus y, therefore 35 is the answer here. Going to the next question here, they are telling you, now this is something a bigger question. We can just do it in the round two, right? Now, the landscaper uses a hose that puts 88x ounce of water in the bucket in the 5y minutes. Which expression represents the number of ounce of water in the hose puts in the bucket in 9y minute at this rate? So whenever you get such type of question, make sure that you are putting the value of x something here. Kinetic x is equal to 1 and y is equal to make it easy. Right now, they're telling you 88. If I talk about ounces and if I talk about minutes here, so 88 ounces of water in the bucket will take you, let's say, 5 minutes. So how much it will take for 9 minutes, right? So this will eventually, if I take it as z or y something, so I can just y, or I can just take it z as of now, just for understanding. So I can write it z is equal to nothing but 88 into 9 upon 5. Go to the calculator and get the answer here. 88 into 88 into 9, and that is nothing but divided by 5. I'm getting 158.4. So I'll write 158.4 here, and I'll try to check the options now. I know my x is 1, right? So I'll be taking x is 1 here and putting it on the Desmos to check which option is actually matching with 158.4. So that will become 9 upon 440. That is actually not our answer. I'll check 440 upon 9. That is getting 48.88. That is also not our answer. I'm getting 5 upon 792. That is also not our answer. I'll write 792 upon 5. That makes it 158 upon 158.4. That is nothing but option number D here. So basically, they are confusing you just by putting the variables. It's better to take some value for x and y and get it solved. So that is option number D here. Going to the next question, they're telling you what is the smallest solution to the given equation. Whenever you get such type of question, it's better to go to the Desmos and put left hand side on the first step and right hand side on the next step. So going to the root here and just I can write x minus 2 whole square, and I can write root of 3x plus 34. I can see the point of intersections here. I'll get 2 point of intersection, that is negative 3, and I'm getting something that is nothing but 10. But they're asking you smallest solution. So smallest solution is nothing but negative 3 here. So I'll just input negative 3 here and go into the next question. Triangle XYZ is similar to RST such that X, Y, and Z correspond to R, S, and T. And angle Z. So angle Z actually corresponds to angle T. And they're trying to confuse you by putting 2x is equal to RS. That does not make any difference here, because in similarity, the measure of angles remains the same. So always remember the measure of angle Z is actually equal to measure of angle T here. Whatever is the measure of angle Z, that will become the measure of angle T because they corresponds to each other. In similarity, this the sides are actually in the ratio, but the measure remains the same. So answer is 20. They'll try to confuse you by putting some length here and will give you some side ratios or something, but don't try to get confused. That is what College Board does always. Now the function f is g of x is equal to 9 4 raised to x. The function f is defined by the given equation. If g of x is equal to f of x plus 2, which of the following equation defines the function g? Now, as simple as that, you can just go to the Desmos here and try to put the function. It's better to find the y-intercept here. Now here for the first equation, your y-intercept will be 9 and 4 raised to x. I know the y-intercept is 9 here, right? But if I just do f of x plus 2, that is nothing but g of x. If I do f of x plus 2, that is nothing but your g of x. I'm going to just to check what is the y-intercept now. So it will eventually somewhere coming around 144, right? So your y-intercept is now 144. In option B, if you can put x equal to 0 here, that is nothing but y-intercept. The moment you put x equal to 0 here, 144 x raised to 0 will make it 144. That is nothing but option number B. There is another way of solving this question is nothing but if I just tell that what is g of 0 here. So g of 0 will become f of 0 plus 2. That is nothing but f of 2, right? And if I try to find f of 2 here, correct? So what will be f of 2? F of 2 will become 9. That is nothing but 4 raised to 2. And if I calculate 9 into 16, that makes it 144. That is nothing but g of f of 2, right? That is something very important. We have to understand this type of questions. Either you can solve it on the Desmos or you can just question number 20, that is option number B here. Going to the previous one question, the function f models the number of coupons a company sent to their customer at the end of each year. Now this line is something very important in this question. This may confuse you. At the end of each year, where T represents the number of years since the end of 1998, right? And if 0 is less than equal to T is less than equal to y, if y is equal to f of T's graph in the ty plane, which of the following is the best interpretation of y-intercept? Y-intercept is nothing but when T equal to, that is nothing but here x in this case. T is represent the number of year, that is 0 here, that is they are asking y-intercept. That makes it 800. Your 800 is the y-intercept. So wherever you are not seeing 800, you can just delete those option. But you have to understand there they are talking about the company sent to their customer at the end of each year. Therefore, the minimum estimated number of coupons the company sent to their customer during the 5 years is not correct. Right? The company sent to their customer at the end of 1998 is nothing but our answer. It is option number D. Rest questions we have solved. Okay, we can just cross verify your question by watching the video again. I'm going to the module 2. Before going to the module 2, make sure that you are liking, sharing, and subscribing our channel. Right, we are bringing something very important. Stay tuned. for our further videos. We will be coming with the walkthrough of practice test 10 as well. It's very important before May SAT, June SAT, and August SAT. This practice test again we have to revise. You can just watch this video. Before watching this video, again there is a request. You can go to the Blue Book app and you can solve the practice test first and come to this video and watch this. You will get a lot of help and you will understand what exactly you have done wrong or what approach you are using, right? Okay, going to the next question now, next module now. So I'm solving harder module 2 because as we are getting all right in the module number 1, we'll get a harder module 2. Now they're asking what is the median of the data shown. Already, if you can observe this, these are actually in the ascending order. So if I say what is the median here? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So our middle this number is the median because these are already arranged in the ascending order. So 79 is the median here. So we can just write 79 here. Going to the next question. Right triangle LMN and PQR are similar. Well, L and M corresponds to P and Q. Angle M has the measure of 53. Right? What is the measure of angle Q? That is a similar question what we have seen in the module number 1, that in similarity, the measure of now angle M is already given 53. So this corresponds to angle Q. So I have already written that measure of angle M will be equal to whatever will be the measure. Sorry, what is the measure of angle Q here, right? So this measure will always remain the same because in similarity, the sides are in the ratio, but angle, the measure remains the same, right? So angle M and angle Q are same here. So measure of angle is 53. So measure of angle Q will remain also 53. Going to the next question, the table shows the three values of x and corresponding value of y for the equation y is equal to 4 to the power x plus 3. In the table, a is the constant. What is the value of a? So what is the value of a means they're asking about the y value here, but x value is given. So we can just input the value of x here, that is y is equal to 4 2 to the power 3 plus 3. That makes it 4 into 8 plus 3, that makes it 32 plus 3, that is nothing but 35. Such type of question going to the Desmos is also not very important, right? Going to the next question, how many solution does the given equation have? Now, always remember one thing, that these are the questions of conditions of solvability, where I can say that m1x plus c1 is equal to m2x plus c2. Our slopes are already equal here, 66 is equal, but y-intercept are also 0 here, right? C1 and C2 are actually 0. So we will have infinite many solution here. If I try to draw this line on the Desmos, there will be exactly one line. One line will overlap on the other line. Therefore, we have infinite many solution here. Going to the next question, the model predicts that the population of Marjan was 15,000 in 2005. The model also predicts that each year for the next 5 years, the population will be increased by 4%. That is increased by 4%, right? This is something very increased by 4% of the previous year. Which equation base represent the model where x is the number of year after 2005? Now, this is actually the exponential function in the form of a b to the power x, where a is the initial value and b is nothing but the rate of change per period and x is nothing but the time period, right? So they're telling the population be increased by 4%. They're talking about the b increased by 4% is nothing but 1.04 year. Yes, and only one option we have 1.04 here, that is nothing but option number D, and A is nothing but the initial value. Correct, that is nothing but 15,000 here. There is no need of going to the Desmos or anywhere. D is nothing but multiplying factor here, and X is nothing but the time period. Only option number D is giving you 1.04 because the Telugu population is increasing by 4%, right? They are not talking about decreasing or something, and option A and B are already gone. They are not talking about decreasing, therefore option number C is also gone. We have option number D here. Going to the next question, that telling the function h is defined by h of x equal to 4x plus 28. The graph of y is equal to h of x in the xy plane has an x-intercept at a comma 0 and y-intercept at 0 comma b, where a and b are constant. What is the value of a plus b? Always read this question twice, thrice before solving the question, because it may happen that you are actually putting on the Desmos, but you misreading that what is a. A is basically the x-intercept, b is the y-intercept here. So 4x plus 28. Check the x and y-intercept here. I'll just zoom in a bit. So I have basically the y-intercept as 28 here. That is nothing but the value of b. And I have to go to just, yeah. So this is my y-intercept, and this is my x-intercept. So x-intercept is -7. That is nothing but the value of a. So my a is -7 here, and my b is 28 here. That is what the y-intercept. Read the last line. That is a plus b. Therefore, -7 plus 28 makes it 21 here. That is nothing but option number A. It's better to go to the Desmos rather than solving it manually. Which expression is equivalent to 8x, x minus 7, 3, x minus 7, where x is greater than 7, right? Now, here something is very important. There is something very important thing given, that is x is greater than 7. The moment this thing is given in the question, right, where they are telling you something increasing, decreasing, or any condition is given in the question, it's better to insert something in the place of x here, right? That is nothing but x equal to 8. Okay, I'll be putting x equal to 8, and also this is nothing but they're telling x is greater than. So I'll just write 8 into 8. 8 minus 7 is 1 minus 3. 8 minus 7 is 1, right? Upon 2 into 8 minus 14. That makes it 8 into 8, 64 minus 3, that is 61. And 16 minus 14 is 2. So we have to check in this option where we are getting 61 upon 2, right? So I'll be checking one option here. That is x minus 7. That is 8 minus 7 upon 5 is nothing but 1 upon 5. This is not actually equal to 61 upon 2. This is 1. Checking the next option, that is 8 into 8 minus 3 upon 2. That is nothing but 64 minus 3 upon 2. That is 61 upon 2 is our option number B. That is correct. You can check the next option on the Desmos. It's better to check on the Desmos because there are a lot of calculation. Always when you are putting something in the place of x, it's better to check all the options. These are just form of equivalent expression questions. So it's better to check all the options always. And x square minus 3 into 8 minus 14, and we have to actually divide entire thing by 2x minus 14, that is nothing but 2. So we are getting 237. That is not our answer. And we can just change some things here. 8x square minus 3x minus 77. We can change 77 here, and 2x minus that is 205.5. That is also not the answer. The answer is option number B here. Going to the next question. Circle A has the radius of 3n. Now, when you get something as n and circle B also has n, it's better to get n as equal to 1, 2, 3, anything, right? 1, 2, 3, anything. For simplicity, I'll take just 1. So, circle A, we will write circle A here, and that actually has the radius. That is nothing but 3 right now. And circle B, if I talk about circle B here, so I have circle A has the radius, and circle B has the radius, that is nothing but 129. Now they're talking about the area of circle B is how many times. If I talk about area here, right? What is the formula of area? Area of circle A, if I talk, area of circle A will become pi and 3 square. And if I talk about area of circle B, that will become pi and 129 square, right? And they're telling how many times. How many times means we have to divide 129 square by 3 square here, just to understand that how many times it is how many times of that circle, right? So I can just write 129 whole square divided by 3 square, that makes it 1849. That is nothing but option number D, right? So don't try to get confused because they are giving you n here, right? Okay, they're just trying to confuse you here by putting n or any other variable. You can just take n as 1 and just get it solved, right? Okay. Going to the next question here. The circle has the center O and point R and S lies on the circle. This is something very important question. If I draw the circle here very nicely and try to understand. Okay. Now circle O is the center is the O and point R and S lies on the circle. In the triangle ORS they're talking about. They're talking about this triangle here. In the triangle ORS, the measure of angle ROS. Now this angle is basically 88 degrees. What is the measure of angle RSO? They're talking about this angle. This angle. Now, as this is the radius, basically this actually equals to this, right? Okay. And the measure of this actually equals to this means this becomes the isosceles triangle where this is 88. The sum of angle of triangle is angle O plus angle R plus angle S is basically 180. in this angle O is already given 88. So I can just say that angle R plus angle S is 180 minus 88. That makes it 92 degrees. But as these two sides, OR and OS, are equal because as they are radius, I can just say that these sides are also equal. So I can just say OR is actually equal to OS, and therefore angle R is actually equal to angle S. So we have to divide 92 by 2. That makes it 46 degree. That is nothing but our angle S. They are talking about angle RS, right? So I'll write 46 there. Going to the next question here. A business owner, I can just solve it in the next round. A right triangle has a legs with the length of 24 centimeters and 21 centimeters. If the length of this triangle hypotenuse in the centimeters can be written in the form 3 root d, where d is an integer, what is the value of d? Now, when you get such type of question, they are talking about Pythagoras theorem here. I'll go to the calculator and try to write it. So this will eventually become 24 whole square plus 21 square, and we have 3d square. In place of d, I'll take x and I'll write 3 root x. But as we have taken the square of 24 square plus 21 square, I'll just have to take a square of 3 root x also to find the value of x here, and that will become square. Now I'll just try to find and write y here is required. Yeah, taking the point of intersection. So 101017, right? So we have 3 root x, and that is nothing but the whole square. So 24 square plus 21 square. If the length of the triangle hypotenuse is written in the form 3 root d, I think so we can probably write y here just to make it super clear. And we can just find here. Yeah, I am getting the point of intersection here, that is 1017, but we are finding the value of x here, that is nothing but 130. So initially we were not able to get because we are not zoom in, zoom out. Now we got it, that is nothing but 113 here. Going to the next question, the positive number A is 230% of number B. This is something very important question to understand. We have to go very slow here while understanding this question because they may trick you in the percentage questions. So A is 230% of number B. I can say A is nothing but 2.3B. This is my first equation. They're telling you A is nothing but 60%. That is nothing but 0.6 C. This is my second equation. And C is nothing but P percent of B. Now, what we can do here is simply, what is our B here? Our B is nothing but A upon 2.3. And what is our C here? C is nothing but A upon 0.6. It better to put everything in the terms of A to get it right. So in place of C, I can put A upon 0.6, and that is nothing but P upon 100. And in place of B, I can put A upon 2.3. Now, as we have a common on both the sides, so we can just cancel a and we can just write it on the Desmos to get it correct, right? In place of p, we can put x and we can multiply basically everything, that is 100 into 2.3 on the left hand side. So this p will become equal to 100 into 2.3 upon 0.6. We can put this on the Desmos to get it right now. That is nothing but 100 into 2.3 upon 0.6. That is nothing but 383.333. That is nothing but 383 is the answer, right? So as simple as that, step one, step two. And in step three, you can just put the value of B and C in the step number three and get it cancel and get it correct. Going to the next question here. They're telling you that the function f is defined as f of x equal to 201% of x. This is the typical question they always try to ask in the question. So whenever you get such type of question, always remember that they are telling you as it is. You have to write that is f of x is equal to 201%. That is nothing but 2.01x. So this looks something like this: y is equal to mx plus c, where m is the slope and m is the positive number here, right? That is nothing but the positive slope, and it is nothing but in the form of linear function. So it is an increasing linear function. You can still put it on the Desmos and try to find it that y is nothing but is equal to, or f of x is equal to, we can say f of x is equal to is nothing but 2.01 x. You will get this line that is a positive slope, right? That is option number D here. So don't try to get confused here. They'll try to confuse you, this type of questions. Now they're telling you that the table gives the coordinate of 2 points on the line in the xy plane. The y-intercept of the line is k minus 5 comma b, and where k and b are the constant, what is the value of b here? Now what we can do here is, as k is the constant given, we can take k as anything. For convenience, I will take k as 6 here, and I'll try to rewrite this uh, table. Rewriting this table will become important. Now this will become x1, y1. As we have taken k as 6, so this will become 6 comma 13, and k plus 6 is 6 plus 7, that is 13 comma 15 here, right? Now this all will also become k minus 6 is nothing but k minus 5 is nothing but 6 minus 5, that will become 1 comma b. And they're asking us the value of b here. I'll try to do it on the regression now, that is in the table format. I'll go to the calculator here and I'll try to get a table done here. I'll go to the table here and I'll write 6 comma 13 and write 13 comma negative 15, and I'll just simply go to y1 mx1 plus c. The moment I write this, I'll get a line here. And if you understand this, k minus 5 comma b, k minus 5 is nothing but, as we have taken k equal to 6, so k minus 5 is nothing but 1. So I'll just put x equal to 1 and I'll get the answer here, right? So I'll just go up and see the value of b, that is nothing but value of y, that value of b, that is nothing but 33, right? So any which ways, if you take any number, you have to change in the value of x. If you're taking k equal to 5, k equal to 7, accordingly, you can change in the finding the y-intercept, that is k minus 5 comma b1. They have given you y-intercept, so you can take k equal to 5 also, right? See, if you take k equal to 5 also here, let me take k equal to 5, because if you're telling that it is a y-intercept, it may create a problem for you. Yes, so it's better not to take k equal to 6. It's better to take k equal to 5 here, and you have to change this accordingly, right? This and this you have to change. So this will become 5. So this will become 5 comma k plus 7, that is nothing but 12, and this will become 0 here. Yes, now I'm changing this, that is nothing but 5, and this I'll change is 12. Your answer will not change, but you just have to put, don't try to forget here that you have to put x equal to 0 here. The moment you see your answer is coming 33 only. Yes. Okay. So this is your going to the next question here. Kenan made 32 cups of vegetable broth. Kenan has filled X small jars and Y large jars with all vegetables broth. He made the equation 3x plus 5y equal to 32 represent the situation. What is the best interpretation of 5y? So 5y, they're talking about 5y, right? So 5y is nothing but they're talking about Y large jars, right? So they're not talking about small jars, they're talking about large jars here. So option B and option D will go. Now the number of large jars. So why large jars, right? So they're not talking about number of large jars, but they're talking about total number of cups of vegetable broth. Because Y is just the large jars, right? Okay, so they are not talking only about the jars. They're talking about the total number of cups. So that makes it option number C. Going to the next question, one of the two equation in the system of linear equation is given. The system has no solution. No solution means your y-intercept is same. Sorry, the slopes are same and the y-intercept are different, right? So whenever they talk about no solution, I can say the slopes are equal, but y-intercepts are not equal, right? Or I can say C1 is not equal to C2. Just remember this. Now, this is in the general form of linear equation. I'll try to rearrange this. That is 33x minus 30y is equal to negative 45. And we have remembered, I have solved this in the practice test 8. that when you get such type of equation that is in the general form, that is nothing but negative coefficient of x or coefficient of y, that is nothing but my slope. So what is the slope here? Negative coefficient of x is 3, that is negative 3 upon negative 36 is nothing but 1 upon 12. So we just have to find the slope here where we are getting 1 upon 12. So this is x minus 4y. So the slope will become negative 1 upon negative 4, that is 1 upon 4, that is not equal to 1 upon 12 here. Now 1 upon 3 x minus 4y. This will become negative 1 upon 3 upon negative 4. Negative negative gets cancelled and this will become 1 upon 12. This is probably the answer. Now x minus 12y equal to negative 15. So this will become negative 1 x minus 12y negative 1 upon this will become negative 12, right? So this will probably make the answer. So x minus 12y, I've just taken x minus 12y and try to find it, right? And this is 1 upon 3x minus 12y equal to negative 15. So that will become negative 1 upon 3 upon negative 12. So that will become 1 upon 36. This is also not the answer. So we have option number B here, that we can say no solution and we are getting the right answer, right? Going to the next question, which of the following are solution to the given equation where a is the constant? And very important thing given here, that a is greater than 30. Whenever you get such type of situation, such type of condition, always take a equal to 31 here and just put this in the equation. So we can rewrite this equation now. This will become x minus 29 is equal to x minus 31 and x minus 29. Now you can use the Desmos here to get the values of x. So you will get two values of x here. We have to check those two values and try to understand what exactly that mean. I'm going to the Desmos here and putting both the equation in the Desmos. Yes. Now I'll put x minus 29 on the first step. And I'll put x minus 31 and I'll put x minus 29. The other tab, I'll see the point of intersection here simply. So I'll get 2 point of intersection here. That is for sure because it is in the form of quadratic. Don't try to cancel this. This will become a problematic. That is 29 and 32 I'm getting, right? Most of the student will try to cancel this thing directly. X minus 20 and x minus 29. But this is the quadratic and this is the linear. It's better not to cancel this. So I'm getting x is nothing but 29 and 32 here. I have two values. Now I have taken a as 31, right? So a is equal to 31 will not match with 29, 31. So a is not the answer. A plus 1. A plus 1 is 31 plus 2. 31 plus 1, that is nothing but 32. 32 is what we got the x value. And this is nothing but 29. 29 also we got. So we have option 2 and 3 here. That is nothing but option C. You can eliminate some option. The moment you get a equal to 31, so a will not come and d will not come, right? Okay, and also B will not come. So only option C was the answer. You can just check with the first option also, and that is nothing but option number C here. So simple way, whenever they will give you A is greater than 30, we can just take A is equal to 31, put this in the equation, go to the Desmos and get the value of X here and check the options here. Never try to solve this in the first round. May take some time for understanding the question, right? Next question, 1 gallon of stain will cover 170 square feet of the surface. A yard has a total fence area of W square feet, which equation represents the total number of stains. So 1 gallon is basically 170, we can say square feet. So the total fence area is W square feet. So W square feet will be how many gallons? We can say that will become W upon 170, right? But they are telling which equation represents the total amount of stain S. Total amount of stain S needed to stain the fence in the yard twice. So this word is very important here. Twice we have to multiply this two. That makes it W upon 85. That is the total amount we have to spend. That is nothing but option number D here. So this word is very important here. This you can easily solve. You can get W upon 170, but they have actually given one option, that is option A, but this is not the right answer because they are telling you twice. So that is nothing but option number D here. Going to the next question, in the xy plane, the graph of the equation y is equal to negative x square plus 9x minus 100 intersect the line y equal to c at exactly 1 point. What is the value of c? When you get such type of question, we can use the discriminant. But simply as the options are given, we can go to the Desmos and just check whether we are getting exactly 1 point at what is the value of c for that. So negative x square plus 9x minus 100 And now we can just check the value of C. Value of C is nothing but the value of Y. So if I go here and I can just check this part. So we just have to find that when it is touching exactly right at one point. Exactly one point means it should touch the x-axis, right? So I'll try to put other values here. That is nothing y equal to negative 481 uh, upon 4. That is not actually touching the graph at exactly one point. That is cutting that. I'll change this. That is nothing but 100. It is also cutting at 2 points. I'll check negative 319 upon 4. Yes, it's exactly touching at one point. So that is nothing but our option. I would have solved it by the discriminant as well, right? We can just equate both the equation and use b square minus 4ac equal to 0. But when the options are given, it's better to go to the Desmos and just check the options. Okay, the quadratic function g models the depth in the meters below the surface of the water seal t minutes after the seal entered the water during the dive. The function estimate that the seal reached to the maximum depth of 300. Maximum depth means the talking about this is the vortex, right? So I have, if I form a table here, right? So I have 6 minutes, that is nothing but x1 and y1 here, and 302.4, this is the vertex. After it entered the water, then reached the surface of water 12 minutes after it entered the water. 12 minutes, right? It reached the surface of water means the height will be 0 and this will be 12. Based on the function, what was the estimated depth to the nearest meter of the seal 10 minutes after it entered the water? So they are talking about when x is equal to 10, basically 10 minutes. So when only the two knowns are given here, right? When two knowns are, it's better to go with the vertex form here, that is y1a x1 minus h whole square plus k. But the vertex is already given here. H and k are already given here. That is nothing but 6 comma 302.4. So we can just go to the Desmos and just get the value of that. So if I go to the calculator here and go to the table form, so if I go to the table here and I'm just writing 6 comma 302.4, and if I write 12 comma 0 here, right? And if I write a vertex form, this is the vertex form that we are using the regression here, that is a, and I'll write x1 minus, that is nothing but 6, and that is nothing but square plus k, that is 302.4. Yes, you can just check this part above because your vertex needs to be understood, right? Your vertex needs to be clear, that is 6 comma 3024, and they're telling you x equal to 10. So at x equal to 10 will be your answer. At x equal to 10, you can just check this part clearly and get it right. So this is somewhere it will touch. So that is 10 comma 168. That is nothing but 168, right? Meters. So I'll just write 168 meters here and going to the next question. Now the area of the rectangular region is 250 square feet per hour. Which of the following is closest to the rate in the square meters per? Now, when you get such type of unit conversion question, just go with the flow. They're telling you 250 square feet, right? But 1 feet, if you observe, 1 feet is 1 upon 3.28 meters. So in place of square feet, I'll write 1 upon 3.28. As it is square, I'll write it square. And per hour, right? But 1 hour is how much? Because they're talking about per minute. So 1 hour is nothing but 60 minutes. I'll put this on the calculator and get it right. Yes. Make sure you are double checking this because they're telling 1 meter is equal to 3.28 feet. So therefore 1 feet is 1 upon 3.28 meter. If you want to convert it, we have to write it in the fraction form. I'm going to the Desmos and I'm writing 250 into 1 upon 3.28. That is nothing but whole square and dividing everything by 60. So I'm getting something that is 0.038. That is nothing but, are we missing something here? That is 250, right? This is 250. Yes, and that is nothing but 0.387. That makes it option number 8. So remember one thing, 1 meter is equal to 3.28 feet. That was something very important. Going to the next question here. This question is very important. They are telling you that in the given pair of equation A and B are constant. Are we left with some question here? Yes, we are left with question number 10 here. Okay, let's solve this first. A business owner plans to purchase the same model of chair for each of the 81 employees. And They're telling you the total budget to spend on this chair is $1,400, which include a 7% sales tax. Which of the following is closest to the maximum possible price per chair before sales tax the business owner could pay on this budget? Now, this type of questions are very important. Go slow here. They're telling $1,400, right? The total budget to spare, and that includes the 7% sales tax, right? So this is something 1.07 into x. Because if you multiply, you need a value, right? You need a value before the total budget that should exclude a sales tax. To exclude a sales tax, we have to divide this with 1.07. If we divide this with 1.07, you will get a value without the sales tax. That is 1.07. So you can go to the Desmos and you can write 14,000 divided by 1.07. That makes it 13084. And they are telling you the business owner plan to purchase the sale model of chair for each of the 81 employees, the total budget to spend, which of the following is closest to the maximum possible price before sales tax. Now we got the before sales tax price, but we have to divide this by 81 actually, right? So 13084.11, or we can, it's not compulsory to take that. That is 81, that is 161.53. That is nothing but option number B. As simple as that. So we need to understand that include the sales tax, that is 7%, that makes it 1.07 as the multiplier. We have last question left, that is nothing but question number 22 here. Going to that question, and that telling you in the given pair of equation A and B are the constant, the graph of this pair of equation, the x problem is the pair of perpendicular lines. Which of these are the pair of perpendicular lines, right? Now I have already told you the formula, that is whenever you get a general form, that is negative coefficient of x. So what will be the slope here? The slope is negative 5 upon 7. And what will be the slope here? If the slope here will be negative a upon b. But as these are the perpendicular lines, right? These are the perpendicular lines. So to make it as the parallel lines, we have to take a negative coefficient of x, right? So that will become actually b upon a. Now this are the same slope, right? Negative 5 upon 7 and b upon a are the same slope now. We have to actually find the pair out of this. Now this is nothing but negative 10 upon 7 and this is nothing but negative a upon negative 2b. Yes, okay, and that makes it 2b upon a. Correct, that is nothing but if you take up this line, right? But if you are able to see, this is negative 5 upon 7 and this is nothing but b upon a. Yes, we have to understand this part. This is negative 10 upon 7. This is negative a upon nothing but 2b. That makes it 2b upon a. This is negative 2b upon a. This is 2b upon a. And that actually negative 10 upon 7, this has the analogy, right? Negative 10 upon 7 and this is 2b upon a. These are the same slope. This slope and this slope are same, and negative 10 upon 7 and 2b upon a is same, right? So basically option number B is most probably here to check. Now this is nothing but negative 10 upon 7 and this is nothing but negative 2a upon b. That makes it b upon 2a. This is not the right answer. Negative 5x upon negative 7y, or negative 5 upon 7 we can say. Just negative 5 upon negative 7, that is nothing but 5 over 7, and this is nothing but negative a upon b, that will make it b upon a. This is also not the right option because this is negative 5 upon 7, this is b over. So our most probable answer is option number B. Yes, okay, that is option number B. We can solve it on the Desmos as well, but it's better to solve such type of question manually because you need to remember just one formula here. That is, we can say if you want to find the slope in the general form, that is negative coefficient of x upon coefficient of y, right? Once you remember this formula and the question is in the form of ax plus by equal to c, it's better to get this formula and get your slope done, right? Okay, so thank you everyone. I have solved practice test 9 now for everyone. Whoever has given the Blue Book mock, Blue Book test, practice test 9, you can come here and see the video and get your problem solved. All the solutions are in front of you. It's in the YouTube. Also, I'm trying to remember you that practice test 7 and practice test 8 description it is given already in the description box. You can check that videos again, right? And you can go through practice test 7 and 8 before your May attempt. Whatever attempt you are giving, whether you are giving May, June, or August, it's better to go over these videos again and again and go to your Blue Book app and always try to solve 7, 8, and 9 before. Now practice test 10 will be coming in the next video, so stay tuned. I'll just tell you that go over this video, go over the blue book test again and again, and try to gain insights from that. Okay, so all the things are available in the description box. You can go through our website. Our website is www.pytheta.com. If you want to go over the comprehensive plan or AI set prep plan, we have that aligned with you, right? You can just click on the website and get your demo session, free counseling session, and free diagnostic test as well booked, right? So stay tuned for our next video. Our next video will be on the practice test 10. Thank you guys, and thank you parents.